History isn't just about dates and dusty books. It's packed with wild legends that have puzzled, terrified, and fascinated people for centuries. From lost cities and vanishing armies to ghostly curses and mysterious green-skinned children, these stories blur the line between fact and fiction. But which ones have real historical roots, and which are just great campfire tales? Stick around, because today we're diving into 10 of the most legendary stories from history. Number 1. The Legend of Romulus and Remus and the Founding of Rome. In the 8th century BCE, legend says that twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, were abandoned as babies, placed in a basket, and sent down the Tiber River. A she-wolf miraculously found them and nursed them back to health until they were raised by a shepherd. When they grew up, the brothers decided to build a city, but they couldn't agree on where. In a brutal twist, Romulus killed Remus and declared himself the first king of Rome, which he named after himself. Whether true or not, this legend explains Rome's mythical origins and its reputation for strength and conquest. Number 2. The Lost City of Atlantis. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato wrote about a magnificent island civilization called Atlantis, supposedly more advanced and powerful than any other. But according to legend, the Atlanteans became corrupt, and the gods punished them by sinking the entire island beneath the ocean in a single day and night. For centuries, people have searched for evidence of Atlantis. Was it based on a real place like Minoan Crete, or was it simply a moral tale about the dangers of greed and arrogance? Either way, the legend of a lost advanced civilization has inspired explorers and conspiracy theorists alike. Number 3. The Curse of King Tut's Tomb. In 1922, when British archaeologist Howard Carter uncovered the tomb of King Tutankhamun, rumors spread that he had unleashed an ancient Egyptian curse. Several members of Carter's team died under mysterious circumstances, some from sudden illnesses, others in freak accidents. Newspapers fueled the idea of a pharaoh's revenge against those who disturbed his resting place. While modern science attributes these deaths to bacteria and infections, the legend of King Tut's curse continues to spook history lovers and treasure hunters to this day. Number 4. El Dorado, the City of Gold. Spanish explorers in the 16th century heard whispers of El Dorado, a golden kingdom hidden somewhere in South America. According to legend, an indigenous king would cover himself in gold dust and dive into a sacred lake, leaving vast treasures beneath the water. The Spanish conquistadors, obsessed with wealth, searched for El Dorado for years, journeys that often ended in disaster. While no city of gold was ever found, historians believe the legend was based on real Muisca rituals in present-day Colombia. Number 5. The Spear of Destiny, aka the Holy Lance. This legendary spear is said to be the very weapon that pierced the side of Jesus Christ during the crucifixion. Over the centuries, it became a symbol of immense power, with myths claiming that whoever possessed it would be invincible. Yet if they lost it, their empire would fall. Many rulers, including Charlemagne and Hitler, sought the spear, believing it would grant them victory. Whether it was just a medieval relic or something more, the idea that one object could shape history is a thrilling legend. Number 6. The Pied Piper of Hamelin. In 1284, the town of Hamelin, Germany was plagued by a rat infestation. A mysterious piper dressed in colorful clothing arrived, promising to rid the town of rodents using his magical flute. The townspeople agreed to pay him, and true to his word, he lured the rats away with his music. But when the town refused to pay, the piper took revenge, this time luring away their children, who were never seen again. The story has eerie historical roots, with some scholars suggesting it might represent a real tragic event, such as a mass exodus, disease, or even a child crusade. Number 7. The Vanishing Army of Cambyses. Around 524 BCE, Persian king Cambyses II sent 50,000 soldiers to conquer the Oracle of Amun at Siwa Oasis in the Egyptian desert. But according to ancient historians, the entire army vanished without a trace after being swallowed by a massive sandstorm. For centuries, this mystery baffled historians. Had the army truly been buried alive? In recent years, some archaeologists claim to have found human remains and weapons in the desert, suggesting that at least part of the legend might be true. Number 8. The Green Children of Woolpit. In 12th century England, villagers in Woolpit discovered 2 children with green skin speaking an unknown language and refusing to eat anything but raw beans. Eventually, their skin turned normal and they learned to speak English. They claim to have come from a land without sunlight, a place called St. Martin's Land, located underground. Some believe the story was a metaphor for displaced refugees or children suffering from malnutrition, but the idea of mysterious otherworldly visitors has kept the legend alive. Number 9. The Bell Witch Haunting. In the early 1800s, the Bell family of Tennessee was tormented by an invisible, talking entity that whispered threats, moved objects, and even attacked the father, John Bell Sr., leading to his death. The spirit, known as the Bell Witch, was rumored to be the ghost of a local woman named Kate Batts, who had a grudge against the family. Unlike most ghost stories, this one had witnesses, including a future US President, Andrew Jackson. The Bell Witch legend is still considered one of America's most famous hauntings. Number 10. The Legend of Prester John. During the medieval era, European explorers believed in the existence of Prester John, a mythical Christian king who ruled over a mystical and powerful kingdom somewhere in Africa or Asia. This kingdom was said to be filled with riches, mythical creatures, and divine protection. The hope of finding Prester John fueled the age of exploration, as European leaders sought alliances against Muslim empires. Although no such king was ever found, the legend significantly shaped medieval geopolitics and exploration. History is full of mysteries, and some of these legends might just have a grain of truth behind them. But now, I want to hear from you. Which of these stories do you think could be real? And which ones are definitely just myths? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you had fun traveling through time with me, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to History of Humans, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another epic story from the past. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.